This is my math game board. It's called Add Add Subtract. And the main standard that I'm going off of is for first grade, and it's for addition. But then I also have some standards. I have 4 standards. One is for like subitizing. So like they would pull out this card, and they would be like, oh, that's 5. And then another standard is one where they have to find the missing number in the equation. So in this one, it's blank plus 10 equals 17. So they would have to be able to tell me that that's 7 plus 10 equals 17. And then this one is, there's multiplication and subtraction in here. So they can get, 16 minus 8 or 2 plus 14. And they would be expected to know those. And then the last standard is being able to add 3 whole numbers together. And, okay, and then also, this game board is actually made on a folder. So, you can have it upright like this to store it, which I think is pretty cool because, like, everything will fit inside of it. I put these little plastic baggies in here to hold the cards and the little game pieces and the dice and stuff. So all that fits in these little baggies, and then the directions and also where I'm going to have them show the work will fit in here too. So then I'll show you the directions next. So here's the directions. I made it big and bright and just, kind of fun looking, just to make it like easy to not lose. And then I also made sure to be very like specific with my directions just because they are first grade, and like I'm not going to be sitting there doing this board game with them in the classroom. So I'm expecting them to be able to work through everything on their own and like be able to problem solve with their peers on how to play the game basically. And then this is what the show your work card is. So they would get this out of the folder, they would put their name on it, and then once they drew a card, they would put like blank plus 10 equals 17, and then they would tell me that the blank is 7, and so on. The only one that I wouldn't necessarily have them show the work is just the subitizing one, just because that's more of like you have to know it like right then, not necessarily like think about it and show your work. And then I'll show you like how it's like just like generally played. So what you would do is, you would see how many players there are. So let's say for this case there's 2. So I put, 1, 2. And then I have my dice. And this is a 6 dice thing. And I only have 4 colors on here. So I just made sure that the green and yellow here, there was a special place on the board where it says if you roll a yellow or a green, that you have to roll again, because it doesn't give you anywhere to go. So I roll the dice and I get a purple. So I'm going to move my little person to purple. And then on the purple, I also have symbols here to make sure that they know exactly which card they're supposed to pick up. And then we can see we have the same symbol. So pick it up. 6 plus 3 plus 8. And so then I would grab my card and I would write 6 plus 3 plus 8 equals, and then circle my answer. And then once I get the answer wrote down, I would pass the dice to the second person. So now it's number 2's turn. White. And so they would move up to white. And also, in my directions, I mentioned that the oldest person would start the game and then it would go to the right, just because I felt like that would make sure that like no one gets upset about who goes first, who goes next, that way. So it's just like, if you're the oldest, you go first, and so on. So they landed on white, but I didn't have white, so I used black. But once again, we have the symbol, so it's easy to tell. So then I would look at this and be like, that's 5. And then, put it at the bottom of the deck. And that is my board game. And just, once you're done, take everything off the board game, flip it over, put everything in the baggies and then back in the folder and close it up, and you're all done.